Artificial intelligence is changing how students learn. Today, many students use tools like ChatGPT to research, brainstorm ideas, summarize information, and prepare assignments. Naturally, one question comes up again and again from our professors. Should students be allowed to use AI during a business simulation like Markstrat? From our experience working with professors around the world, the answer isn't simply yes or no. The real question is how students use AI. When used well, AI can deepen learning. When used poorly, it can replace the very thinking we're trying to develop. In this video, we'll share practical guidelines you can use in your classroom, including examples of good and bad prompts, and a simple framework for encouraging responsible AI use. Let's start with one simple principle. AI should help students think better, not help them avoid thinking. We've found that this distinction changes everything. Markstrat isn't about finding the correct answer. It's about analyzing information, evaluating trade-offs, debating alternatives, making decisions under uncertainty, and learning from the outcomes. AI should support that process, it shouldn't replace it. One of the best uses of AI is helping students better understand marketing and strategy concepts. For example, a student could ask, explain how awareness influences purchase intention in a marketing simulation. That's a great use of AI. It helps students understand the theory before applying it inside the simulation. Compare that with asking, tell us what decision to make. One develops understanding, the other bypasses it. Segmentation is another great example. A poor prompt might be, which segment should we target? AI simply doesn't have enough context to answer that responsibly. A much better prompt would be, compare these two target segments and explain the strengths, risks, and trade-offs of each. That's a completely different conversation. AI helps organize the analysis. The team still evaluates the options and makes the final decision. We've found that those discussions are often much richer because AI helps students explore possibilities rather than choosing for them. Pricing and R&D decisions follow the same principle. AI can be very helpful when explaining trade-offs. For example, it can discuss the relationship between price, margin, and volume, or help evaluate whether an R&D project aligns with the team's overall strategy. What it can do is tell students the perfect price or the perfect product specification. Business simulations are intentionally uncertain. The objective isn't to discover one right answer, it's to develop sound managerial judgment. A useful rule of thumb is to ask AI to explain the reasoning behind the decision, not the decision itself. Another valuable use of AI is helping students connect different decisions. Advertising, sales force allocation, and production planning shouldn't be viewed independently. They should all support the team's overall strategy. AI can help students think through those relationships. What we discourage is asking AI to forecast exact sales volumes or calculate the perfect production quantities. Successful managers prepare for different scenarios rather than assuming there's one precise prediction. One of our favorite ways to use AI is actually as a devil's advocate. Instead of asking AI to validate your strategy, ask it to challenge it. For example, act as a skeptical board member and identify the weaknesses in our positioning strategy. That's a great way to uncover assumptions that the team may have overlooked. Similarly, AI can facilitate discussion by presenting different perspectives or highlighting potential risks. But it should never become the final authority. Good teams debate. AI should improve that debate, not replace it. Some of the biggest learning moments happen after the results are released. This is another area where AI can be extremely valuable. Students can use it to compare expectations with actual results, identify what worked, understand what didn't, and decide what they'll test next round. Where we encourage caution is when AI is used to explain away poor performance or generate polished reports without genuine analysis. Reflection is about learning, not about finding better excuses. So how can professors tell whether teams are using AI responsibly? We've found 5 simple questions are usually enough. Did the team verify AI's recommendations against the Markstrat reports? Did AI help clarify trade-offs rather than eliminate judgment? Are recommendations specific to the team's own products, segments, and strategy? Did the team acknowledge uncertainty instead of pretending there was one perfect answer? And finally, can they confidently explain and defend their decisions without saying ChatGPT told us to do it? If the answer is yes, then AI is probably supporting learning rather than replacing it. AI is becoming a permanent part of business education. The question is no longer whether students will use AI. The question is whether we can help them use it responsibly. From our experience, the strongest teams don't use AI to avoid strategic thinking. They use it to organize information, challenge assumptions, compare alternatives, and communicate more clearly. Ultimately, though, the decisions still belong to the team, because managerial judgment remains a uniquely human skill. That's exactly what Markstrat is designed to develop. If you'd like more practical examples of good and bad AI prompts that you can share with your students, we've included a link to our full guide in the description below.